double diamonds, triple diamonds, sapphires, rubies, emeralds. People were popping ranks left, right, and center. And when that season was over and the opening up started and the new economy came, we realized that, hey, a lot of these things, you know, were shot. We were back to reality, and you know, we had to transform the way we were doing things. But I'm going to drop some tips. Let me just open real quick. Lady Dina Queen, my awesome mother-in-law, let me quickly ask you to unmute so you can go ahead and share with us tonight some of the great pointers that you got from the training call.
Yeah. Hi guys, how y'all doing? Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Your background, I get a little feedback from your background though.
Oh, okay, I'm muted. So what I got from this was that what she's speaking is absolutely correct for getting to reach the masses with giving value on your product. Because every weekend I'm at my stand at the flea market, and it's so many people, different companies out here that have teas and things that we have. But when I'm speaking to the people, they are more concerned with what she said, the value that it has, what the value, the benefit they're going to get with using our product. So I find myself emphasizing more to the people the value of our product. You know, even before I tell them the price of what it is, I will drop value. And then, you know, I play on their, how they're looking at me. I play on what they say after I say certain things. Even before I give them the value of how much it costs, dropping the value of the benefits that it will be for them. And then that's when they make the decision, I'm going to try it. But the first thing they come out their mouth with is, how much is it? They can come out their mouth with that first, but I'm going to drop the value of the benefits that it is to them before I tell them how much it is. So that was one. And another thing that stood out to me is we so gung-ho trying to get someone, a big hitter, that can come into the business and bring volume to the table. It's true. Just start off with the person that wanted to make $200 extra a week or $500 a month extra. That would help a household a lot. So, you know, I have to, even for myself, I have to put in my mind, you know, how I can help. I want to say the little people, but don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to offend anyone when I say the little people, but I mean the people who are, you know, they don't have the big vision of making all this money. They just trying to pay their BG&E bill. They just trying to pay their card note. So if I present to them, hey, you can make this amount by doing this each month or each week, and it could be a small amount, but it adds up to a nice amount. So that's what I got out of that.
Most definitely. And thank you so very much for sharing with us tonight. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we say it is important when we talk about giving value. I've had so many instances where somebody look at the tea and they're saying this for $3,000 or this for $20 US. And by the end of me giving the value, they end up buying not only one pack of the tea, they end up buying 6 packs of the teas. They end up buying a bottle of supplement, or 2 bottles of supplement, or 3 bottles of supplement. They end up buying so many things. And it's all in sharing the value. Just add the value, sharing the value. But how are you going to learn how to add the value? Or if you're going to add the value, you're going to learn about your products. You have to learn about your products. And not just learning about your products and overloading people with information. You have to find out firstly, what is it that you want this thing to do? What is the problem, in other words, that you have that you'd like this product to solve? And when you find out the problems, you know, by asking the question, and that's one of the things that we should write down. Always find out what problem the people have. What is your problem that you'd like to solve? And then when you find out the problem that they'd like to be solved, then you're going to share the solution in our products. You see, I'm able to promote specific products to people, and they're able to come back to me and say, hey, I'm loving what I'm experiencing. I'm loving the results. Like, people are coming back and they're saying, I mean, I'm so happy that I trusted you. I'm so happy that I tried it. You know, these things are happening. And one of the things I make sure that I do, ladies and gentlemen, is follow up with the people. So you can get the testimonies in, so you can get stories. And when you get the stories, you understand that, hey, you're recommending the right products, right? You're recommending the right product. And when you recommend the right product, it's simply because of you asking the right question. What is it that you want this product to do for you? What problem do you have that you'd like to be solved? So I'm going to ask anybody else, quickly raise your hand. Once you raise your hand, I'll unmute you and you can share the feedback that you get from it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say something to you guys. There are two things that were said, and I'm asking for a lot of the people who don't normally share as well to open your mic. Raise your hand, let me open your mic, and you share with us. Right? There are two things that came from this. One, you have to up-level your skill. That's one of the first things. Up-level your skill. And in order to up-level your skill, you have to get yourself more educated on everything that we're doing. Alright? But one of the things that I ask myself to always make sure that I maximize my learning potential is, one, what is it that the people need to know from me initially in order to get them trying my products? What is it that they need to know initially? Right? And when you find out what is it that they need to know, then you'll be able to educate yourself in that area. So in other words, you're going to see from your experience some of the questions that the people have been asking you. So what are the most frequent questions? And when you find the most frequent questions, you're going to search for the information in these areas and start educating yourself on those areas first. Like for me, for example, does the tea take fat off the tummy? Right? And we know that the tea doesn't take fat, even though the body actually, in fact, weight loss when you use the tea. The tea doesn't actually take fat off the tummy. What the tea eliminates is waste, impurities, fecal matters, sludge, all the mess that's in the body. The teas are inside wash, so it washes and cleans the body, and what automatically affects weight loss. You know, one of the most important things to share is that, so I make sure that I learn it. And the next thing is up-level your leadership. And in up-leveling our leadership, we have to step out. We have to step out and, not be shy. Leadership is being bold. And one of the best definition I've heard of being brave. Being brave. You're afraid to do it, but you do it anyway. Alright? So I'm going to ask you guys to just unmute. This is a participant session. So let us participate. Raise your hands, unmute. Alright, so I'm just going to start picking on people. I'm going to ask Call. So we have Call, C-O-L-L on the line. I'm going to ask you to unmute. You can just go ahead and quickly share with us some of your highlights of the call tonight. Call. You can click the unmute button and open your mic. We can hear from you. Call. Are you guys hear me loud and clear? Please let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Let's go to the chat box. Go to the chat box and type loud and clear. If I'm coming through loud and clear, please go to the chat box and type loud and clear, so I know that I'm coming through. Alright, so I have Call. I just ask you to unmute. Just ask you to unmute. Alright. Call may have been away from the phone. So I'm gonna ask Georgia. Alright, so Georgia, this is Georgia Spence. Georgia Spence. I just ask you to unmute. You can go ahead and open your mic and share with us some of the highlights that you have gotten from this call tonight. Come on, folks. Let us get this ball rolling. Because one of the most important things to know is to give a feedback. That's one of the most important things. Alright? After a training, there is a feedback session. So the feedback helps us to understand that you have grasped it, and then we can move on to the next session to get into the meat and potatoes of things, guys. So that we can, improve what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Because otherwise, what this is telling me is that we just played a 30-minute long clip, and people wouldn't really hear what was played on the clip. So there is absolutely no feedback. All right, so we have Lady Nardia Clark. Go ahead, Lady Nardia. Share with us some of the highlights of the audio that you have got. Just ask you to unmute. Go ahead, Lady Nardia. You can unmute.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, ma'am. Go ahead and share with us.
Okay. All right. So quickly, thank you so very much for this training. It was awesome. Just a quick highlight. I realized, and I think you mentioned it, where you talked about the value of the products, because normally, organic products, they are worth the price. I'm not going to say they're expensive, because expensive is relative to depending on who is buying or who is purchasing. And like you mentioned, we have to educate ourselves, because now you have a competition for the mushroom coffees. You have competition. You have to now explain why it is worth paying X amount for this particular product. And the second thing the lady highlighted from the audio was that she said, sometimes you second guess yourself, your leadership skills, and you want to go in that droopy, sad, melancholy state where you're wondering if you're doing a good job or you're not doing a good job. But here she comes with a word of encouragement to say, at the time, the economy at that time was good. You do have ups and downs in the field, and for leaders, that is something I think we need to hear, and I think the timing is right, because maybe right across the board, you may be there in your corner thinking that, I have to rebuild my team. But like calls like these, when you hear somebody else say, they're just rebuilding, then you just say, not the only one. I thought this was an isolated case. My case was isolated, only to realize that no, it do happen in network industry. You have to rebuild. You have to now step up to the plate. Okay, you were a leader for 2. Now, maybe you were leading that 10 when the economy was great. Now you have 2 when the economy is not so great. Can you step up to the CEO status and develop those 2 while you're down in the valley? So I think this is very educational, and it is well needed, quite relevant and relatable at a time like this. Thank you so much, Matthias.
Most definitely, and thank you so very much for sharing with us, Lady Nardia Clark. So here's the thing, folks. One of the things that she had said to that is very, very important is that when we rebuild in this phase, we're going to be rebuilding and getting people who are focused on building a business, not just people who are just coming, hey, some quick cash and I'm out, but people who are going to be in this phase, in this time, that are going to take with us to the long term. We're looking for long-term builders, long-term gains. So with us putting things together, with everything that we're doing, with everything that is going to come from all of this, it's going to be long-term, more sustainable, because we're going to be dealing with people who truly want to build a business. You see, during the pandemic, a lot of rich people lost a lot of money. I remember Elon Musk was the richest man in the world before the pandemic, over $300+ billion. The man lost over $200 billion in the pandemic. Right? There was a gentleman named Bernard Arnault, who, you know, the owner for most luxury brands like Gucci and you name them. That gentleman became the richest man in the world, right? During the pandemic. Today, he's not the richest man in the world, right? Elon Musk is back at number one. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of money. And what happened is that different times, different things happened, and different, you know, results came about. But now we can see that we're going into a recession, and then we're going to be coming out of a recession. So going into a recession, everything that we put in place, everything that we do now, once we're doing the right things, once we're focused on building the right way, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, coming out, we're going to come out so strong, and we're going to come out with an advantage. So all we have to do right now as leaders is to lead from the front, and that's some of the things that we want to do, and implement some stuff right now that I can see, ladies and gentlemen, will be helping a lot of people to transform their business in a massive way. You see, Sir Eric Worsh spoke earlier about campaigns. Campaigning, it is so powerful, because I remember I was doing a campaign called 90 Days to Summer Body, and everybody wanted to be a part of this 90 Days to Summer Body during the pandemic. I was posting like crazy, right? If you go on my Twitter, my TikTok, you'll see a lot of the pictures that I was posting. 90 Days to Summer Body, right? And in the 90 Days to Summer Body, folks, the 90 Days to Summer Body, it truly, truly helped a great deal. Like, I mean, people were reaching out, products were flying out off the shelves. As I got them, they were gone. Everybody wanted to be a part of the 90 Days to Summer Body. I remember Aisha said it to me while we were at an Airbnb in Portmore. She said, let's do this challenge. And I said, okay, let's go. And I was all out at it. Right through, non-stop. So campaigning is important. Want to put a campaign, create a campaign that we can use to create a buzz, a major buzz on the internet. Alright? So that's some of the things that we're going to be sitting down and planning, you know, together as a leadership group. And we're going to have step-by-step strategies. So come next Monday, I don't know if Sir Christopher Thomas have anything planned for next Monday training right now. If you do, sir, please let me know. But if not, I'd love to come back next Monday and I'll show a game plan that we can use to set up our campaign. Okay, good. So I'll be here next Monday. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, see this game plan? We're going to be posting on social media a lot. But here's the deal. We're also going to be networking a lot. We're also going to be taking the opportunity to meet people a lot. And the way how we approach posting on social media is going to be completely different. Because we're going to be building our businesses through people looking at us. So, right? So whatever we're asking people to do, we're going to be doing it ourselves. Right? How cool is that? So we're going to be going on our journey. So if we need to lose weight, we're going to lose weight. If we need to get fit, we're going to get fit. Whatever we need to do, we're going to do it ourselves, and we're going to say to other people, do this. This is what we're doing, do this. And here's the deal. And it's what she said. You know, one of the things, one of our pointers is that during this time, we want to take this time to develop ourselves overall. And I'm saying mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. If we take that time to develop ourselves overall, I'm telling you folks, it's going to be powerful. And the next thing is to talk about our niche. What's your niche market? Because when you focus on a niche, when you get a niche or a niche, right, it helps you to have a clear picture of where it is that you want to go. And when you have a clear picture of where it is that you want to go, it helps you to get there faster. Let me explain. So for example, you get up in the morning and you know you have a shower and stuff, you're going to work, right? You know exactly where you want to go. You know you're going to work, and you're supposed to be at work at a certain time. So you get up in the morning, you do the little preparations. You have your shower, you brush your teeth, you know, you get your breakfast done, you get the children up, all of them going to school, so you know exactly where they need to go. So without second guessing, you're up, step 1, do this, step 2, do that, step 3, this, step 4, that, and that's exactly what we're going to be laying out. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everything. So all we need to do is to set up a game plan around it. And then Mr. Eric will talk about the calendar. When we have our calendars ready, and we know our dates, so we know exactly when we're going to have our events, or live events, or Zoom events, and all of these things. You know, we're gonna bombard Zoom as well. We're gonna bombard Zoom. We're gonna have our live events, so we know exactly when we're gonna do these things. We know exactly how to plan around it, how to invite right throughout the week. Everything is gonna be set to a T. So we're gonna have a clear plan. We're gonna be giving a clear plan, a clear schedule, or schedules, as the Americans would say. We're gonna have all of this set up so that all you guys are gonna have to do is just follow it. That's it. Just follow it to win. Just follow it and you'll win. That's all. Right? And we know that when you're going to work, when you jump in the vehicle or if you're taking the bus, sometimes you decide you're going to take the bus, right? And when you take the bus, you have to stand there at the bus stop and you have to wait for the bus to come. And you waiting for the bus to come, that doesn't mean you're not going to work, you know. You're stuck at one place right now. But you're hoping to move in a few minutes or probably an hour or what have you. If you're driving and you're in traffic, you're going to be slowed down. But you're hoping to move in a few. And that's the same thing when you start doing the activities. You may not move right away. You may not shot bang to the top in a split second. But let me tell you, just keep going, because you're on our way to a major goal. And this goal, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you from what I've been seeing personally, as it relates to retailing your products, once you do these things, your products are going to be retailing like crazy. Your products are going to be retailing like crazy. I kid you not. Right? Your products are going to be gone. So you want to get products. That's one of the first things. You want to get products. Another thing, you want to take your products because you have to be a product of the product. That's a must. You see, I can't promote things I can't believe in. And I realize that now. And why it's so important for a lot of people and why they always say, be a product of the product. Because when you take the product and you get the result, you understand that, hey, there's a difference in how you show up for that product, you know. There's so many products in Vida Divina right now that I've never taken and I've never used, and I don't have any emotional connection to them. So I won't promote them as passionately as I'd promote, say, for example, a chaga that I'm taking. Like, I'm taking several other products right now. I'm taking the Ignite, I'm taking the Mars, I'm taking, my lean shakes are finished. I need to get some more of those. I'm taking so many of these products right now, right? But I can passionately talk about these products because I know how they make me feel, right? So I know where to tailor my niche. I'm taking the coffees, I'm taking the Sculpt, the cappuccino. I'm taking those. So I know exactly how they make me feel, right? The skincare products, I can't be so attached to it right now. Why? Because I haven't taken it yet. I don't have the personal experience yet. Whilst you have other people who say, oh, Karen, you wouldn't believe. I can't wait till you get your kit. Because believe me, I've been using my kit and I see the wrinkles, the fine lines are disappearing. I'm enjoying all of these results. You know, I'm looking younger and all of these things. So hurry up and get your kits so you can start talking about it. Right? You see, the passion becomes totally different when you use the product. So whatever niche you're looking to attach your brand to, start using the product yourself. Because when you do this, you're going to enjoy the benefits of the product so you can emotionally share. And let me tell you, sales is emotions. Sales is emotions. I'm going to take 2 more people. I see we're coming up on the time. We're coming up on the hour. I'm going to take 2 more people. So guys, jump in. Open your share, raise your hand so I can open your mic so you can share. Alright? So yes, sales, emotional. very, very emotional. So when you can appeal to people's emotions, right? When you can appeal to people's emotions, you'll be able to sell to them 10 times out of 10 once they have the money to make the purchase. 10 times out of 10, you'll be able to sell to them once you have the means to make the purchase. It is very important. Now, how you appeal to their emotion? By finding out first what is it that they want. Because this is sometimes, and myself, I tend to do it, right? When you get to, somebody express interest in your product or express interest in your service, you start overload them and bombard them with information. Right? Somebody said, I see you promoting the tea. What is the tea about? You start telling them, oh, it's a detox tea. Take 5 to 7 pounds out of the waste. The tummy in 5 days. It's comprised of 12 herbs, and you start spit out all the information that you studied, like you had them right here. Bam! And the person be like, okay, I'll get back to you. You give them all the information you could possibly give. Right? And then you have 10 people say the same thing. And they say you can't say the wrong thing to the right people. However, if we learn this one technique in sales, we improve our sales. Right? So if you have 10 people, and they say you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, you have 2 out of the 10 make a purchase that you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, you improve your sales number. Instead of 2, you're able to get 8 simply by doing this thing. When somebody said, I see you promoting the tea. What is it about this tea that that's so special? One first question should pause and ask, what is it that sparks your interest? What do you hope to accomplish if you should use this tea? Because there must have seen something that you wrote, maybe a picture that you post, or something that sparked their interest. And when you learn it, you're going to be able to have the ammunition to use. So they may say, okay, what sparked my interest is the fact that I saw that this person lost some weight after midsection. Or they may say, I saw the person lost some weight. And say, okay, cool. Is it that you're interested in weight loss? The person may say, yeah. So what areas of the body you have that you're uncomfortable with, that you want to lose weight from? The person may say, I want to lose some weight from the stomach area. He said, that's it? Only the stomach area? The person may say, yeah, just the stomach. I don't want to lose the back. I don't want to lose the legs. I don't want to lose the arms. Just my stomach. They can say, okay, cool. Now here's the deal. If I can help you to lose the stomach by using these products, what time frame are we working with? In other words, how long would you want to, or how short would you want of a period would you want to take to lose the weight off your tummy? Person may say, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Somebody told me the other day they wanted to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. I said, you want to die? I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. My immediate response was, are you looking to die? Because, that's unsafe, that's unrealistic, unless, of course, it's some other reasons why that I won't speak about here. But yeah, that's certainly unrealistic. So you get to understand, one, what the person wants to happen for them. 2, you also get to understand the time frame in which they want to do it. Right? So the person may say, 2 months. And lose it 2 months. You say, how much is it they want to lose in this 2 months? The person may say, I want to lose like 20 pounds in 2 months. I say, okay. So if I'm able to help you to lose 20 pounds from the midsection, 2 months, what kind of budget will you be working with? So this way you're able to now find out just where they are financially. Right? So you can either adjust their expectations, or you can show them that, hey, yeah, we can meet your target, because the finances does count. And so sometimes I say, in other words, if you can take X amount of money from your paycheck every month for 2 months, or every month for 3 months, what would that X be in order to get the weight off your tummy? And the person, they may bounce around here because they really don't know the price or what have you. So then I'll further educate them on this. Hey, so if you do have several packages. I have a package that can help you lose anywhere from 7 to 10 pounds within 30 days. And this package can run you up to $110 US or $120 US. I have another package if you want to go more aggressive. We can run you like anywhere from 10 to 14 pounds within 30 days. And this package can possibly cost you, or it can be a $200 investment. And you know, if it is that you want to go all out, we can do $400, and we can definitely get you a certain place. You know, if you can do $400 a month for 2 months or for 3 months, we can get you to a certain place at a certain time. And then now the person will be able to say, okay, let me work with the middle package, or let me work with the small package, or let me work with the big package. And then now, based upon what they want to achieve, you can say, okay, great. Now here's the deal. And that's when you start talking about what the products that you recommend want and what the products do. Because now you understand what it is that they want, you understand the time frame you're working with, and you understand how much money they have to use to get this thing done. So you can say, okay, I'm going to put together this package. And what this package contains is the charger, for example. And what the charger does, it helps to support the 4 major systems in the body, which is and we'll talk about health support, folks. Not cure, not treat, not mitigate or anything like that, but support. Right? Notice the language. This helps to support the 4 major systems, being the cardiovascular system as it relates to the heart and the heart health. It helps to support the circulatory system as it relates to how the blood flows through the body. As the heart beats that systolic rush of blood through the vessels, it helps to support the nervous system, and we know that the nervous system is paramount, and it also helps to support the immune system, and we know the immune system helps as it relates to your overall health and the protection of your body, right? That's the first defense of your body. We also have the Vida Divina Detox Tea, which aids in the elimination of the impurities from the body, being the sludge, fecal matters, all the mercury, you name it, from the blood. And this helps the body itself to effect weight loss, which will help you to lose the weight from your midsection, because once the tea goes in, it eliminates the waste from the gut and also from the colon, which causes the tummy to automatically deflate. So what you'll be losing is the waste, the toxins, water weight, and you help to support your major systems while you do this. Right? It's simple. And then this person will say, okay, cool, I'm going to take this package. Bam! Just like that. So don't try to overload the people with information without understanding exactly what it is that they want. We're at 10:02. I'm going to ask one person to come and share with us your feedback. And when you give us your feedback, we're going to be closing this call up tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call up on... So we have Hal Darling. Ask you to unmute. Hal, H-A-L. Darling, you can go ahead and unmute and share with us some of your feedback from this training that you have gotten. All right, moving right along. See, we have Jay Martin. Jay Martin, I just ask you to unmute. Jay Martin, let's unmute and quickly share with us some of your feedback. Share some of your feedback from this training tonight. I want to know if this is...
Good night, everyone.
Good night, ma'am.
Okay. I think what helped me most is the fact that I think a lot of us might have become complacent, having moved out of that era wherein the pandemic struck us really hard and we felt desperate. I don't know if I'm probably just speaking for myself, but I think our rush was there to get something that looked very attractive. And so we had more energy and drive towards the business then. But what I'm hearing based on the presentation is that we need to step up our game. We can't be complacent. We can't be relaxed. We can't, be willy-nilly about the business because it's very competitive at this time. And to survive, to make it, to succeed, then you have to be at the top of your game. And so even though some of us are still working a 9 to 5, and I think it's a mentality of maybe, I'm assuming, the black race, to feel comfortable working a 9 to 5 rather than doing your own business. And so because you may see that, yes, a paycheck is coming, even though it's nothing to talk about, you become comfortable knowing that it is coming and not give your own business that would yield so much more, the effort and the time that it deserves to really be successful. So I am being encouraged tonight to work harder, to push, and to strive to be better at what, would allow me to achieve what I need to achieve from my own business rather than giving so much to a 9 to 5. That's not yielding, anything of substance.
Most definitely, most definitely. And you see, we all have our whys, Lady Martin. We all have our whys. And you say the why, it has to be big. And as you say, your why, you don't want to be giving all of the energy, all of your youth, all of your strength to a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. And then, one day you look up, no more strength, no more youth, no more energy. And then, there's no more money and nothing to show. So it is important that we take stock of these things now. That's a very important point that you raised. But let me tell you something. It is people in general. It's not just for the black race per se, because I thought the same thing when I was in Jamaica. But when I came to America and I saw a lot of the white people, like you'll be like, okay, white people are gonna be ready for business. They're gonna be, foaming at the mouth, jumping in. And let me tell you, it's just not like that. It's a mindset thing. It's a general mindset thing, And that's why one of the most important part of what we do here with business is to help people to elevate their mindset, help people to elevate their skills. Because the person who I was 2-3 years ago in terms of my personal development is not who I am today. I've developed a lot more. I have, become a whole lot more improved in my mindset, a whole lot more improved in my outlook, a whole lot more improved in my actions. I'm thinking before I act now. I'm calculating moves and things of that nature. A few years ago I wouldn't be that guy. And I have to say, give thanks to God and give thanks to this industry, because this is truly personal development. So, ladies and gentlemen, I realize I'm 7 minutes over the time. I must give you thanks for being on here, for sticking through with me tonight. Each and every one of you, and for people who would have left, I thank you all too, because I know we're all past our bedtimes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us go out there and let us take swift action. One of the most important things when we do a training is immediately after we learn something new, we go out there and we do it. Right? We do it and do it and do it and do it and do it non-stop. So some of the call to actions, as in terms of how we talk to our people, how we go about educating our people on what we have, or we go about learning about people's problems before we fire off our information overload in their brains. Or we learn to approach our business, and as we approach our business, we understand that one, we have to improve our skills, and two, we have to improve our level of leadership. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to be on here with you guys. It's always a pleasure. I'm always loving this, and I'm telling you, I'm back. I am back, and I'm back like never before. All right. So you guys are going to be seeing it in my participation. You're going to be seeing it in the back office. You're going to be seeing it in so many places, right? Because I'm back with my team, and we're going to take this into the next level. What show them who team divinity is across the network marketing industry. All right. So thanks to each and every one of you. I'm so happy that I'm here. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be alive. All right. Special thanks to Sir Christopher Thomas, first diamond in the Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how big that is? That's no joke. That's an amazing feat. Right? First diamond in the entire Caribbean. That's powerful. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more diamonds coming on board. A lot more. We're going to be popping diamonds like a popcorn machine. Get ready. Whilst you get ready, participate and be a part of the history that we're about to create. So thank you very much again, ladies and gentlemen. And this call is officially over.